Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
This is the closing bell on the Stock Movers Report. The companies making moves at the close of U.S. trading with Carol Massar, Tim Stenovec, Romaine Bostick, and Scarlett Fu.
S&P 500, you've got, actually, despite a fair amount of green on the screen, 302 names in the S&P 500. Katie, losing ground today, 199 to the upside, 2 unchanged.
Well, let's see what the circle says about that. At the sector level, you do have some pretty important sectors in the green right now. Tech, of course, chief among them. Communication services also having a really strong day. A lot of that comes back to Alphabet, which I'm sure we'll discuss. Then you take a look at what isn't doing too hot. Consumer staples lower by more than 1%. Healthcare also getting sold off today. So more red than green, at least taking a look at the sector breakdown, but you can see what is green on the circle definitely looks good.
Yeah, pretty dominant there. Let's get to some of the individual gainers.
Hey, Carol, did you know that William Taft, former president, was actually born on your wedding anniversary?
I
Wow.
did not know that.
Yeah, there you go.
That wasn't the deciding factor in the date?
Yeah, that's exactly it. What we were talking about when we would get married. News you can use. All right, Tesla, top gainer in the S&P and NASDAQ 100 throughout the day. Nothing like the ultimate insider, Tesla insider buying shares. You guys all know the story. Elon Musk kind of responding to that unprecedented proposal in terms of the Tesla board, the pay proposal of $1 trillion, Of course, there are some conditions around it, but nonetheless, Elon bought about $1 billion worth of shares. So it sent shares of Tesla soaring up as much as 7.5% in today's session, finishing, though, with about a 3.6% gain in today's session. He bought them indirectly, a revocable trust, revocable, Is that the way you say it? What am I saying? Is it right?
I'm not a lawyer.
That's one of those words that I read and I don't say
revocable.
it loud.
Is it revocable?
Yeah.
Didn't sound right when it came out. Okay. He did that on September 12th, according to regulatory filing. What we really care about.
What are you talking about? Hey, Carol Massar, did you know that Agatha Christie was also born on this day in history?
Oh,
come back to us, Romaine. Okay. Come back to us. All right, let's get to...
I thought you needed a moment to
Kate, I always need a moment. Katie mentioned Alphabet, and that stock up about 4.5% in today's session. Yes, finishing with that $3 trillion market cap. So joining Nvidia, Microsoft, and Apple, that $3 trillion market cap club. So we definitely see Alphabet go into it. This stock, a top gainer in the NASDAQ 100. And we should point out that Citi raised its price target also on the Google parent to $280 from $225, noting, yes, competition facing the company's search business, but also noting greater clarity around the Alphabet story when it comes to legal and regulatory challenges. And they just think there's also a healthy online advertising market. So all in on Alphabet today. And then CoreWeave, definitely an outperformer, up 7.6% in today's session. And that one, the cloud computing provider, went public, of course, this year, saying its shareholder Nvidia will buy cloud services with an initial value of $6.3 billion. It's all part of a deal that was announced a few years ago, but it requires Nvidia to buy any excess capacity not used by its customers. So CoreWeave putting that out in a regulatory filing. Anything else about September 15th that I need to know, Romaine?
Yeah, I've got a couple. I'm just waiting for the right time to interject.
Okay. Take it away, Tim.
I'll start with some decliners. This was the worst performer on a percentage basis in the S&P 500. Corteva today down 5.7%, falling the most intraday going back to April of this year. Wall Street analysts find a potential breakup of the company's seed and pesticide businesses negative for the firm. Bloomberg Intelligence says a breakup undermines product and financial logic. Bank of America says a separation would create two weaker entities. You remember the report that we talked about here on Friday from the Wall Street Journal said that the seed and pesticide company is looking into separating into two companies. They cited two people familiar with the matter. Hain Celestial down 25% today, lost a quarter of its value. This after the company posted fiscal fourth quarter results and revealed sales fell 13%. Management provided disappointing first quarter guidance. You know, this was only the worst day going back to May. That was when it fell 47% in a single day. Stock is down 74% so far this year, and at one point today, it hit its lowest level in more than 30 years, going back to 1994.
What's going on with this? I remember, like, when I was younger, I used to always, all their teas that they had.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a staple in our house. But
Celestial Seasoning is the tea. They also have Garden of Eden chips. I'm a big fan of the Red Hot Blues.
Yeah, I like those too. Yeah.
Those are good. Earth's Best with baby formula, baby food and stuff. Okay. So it's a pretty diversified portfolio, but they've been under pressure for quite a while.
There's a lot of choices out there now.
Yes.
Bill. right?
Yeah, there are a lot of choices.
You can't even buy a box probably of Hain Celestial. Like you could either like the share
What do you mean?
price.
What do you mean you can't buy a box?
I mean, like,
have you been in a grocery store lately?
Well, my point is, like, a share of their stock is cheaper than probably a box of tea.
Oh, I got you.
Sorry.
Okay.
I jumped ahead a little bit.
Like drink some deadly tea.
$1.62, is that right? Yeah, okay. I'm just looking up at the screen. VF Corp, also under some pressure today. The stock fell today just by about 1% at the end of the day. Intraday it was down more. The company said it'll sell Dickies to brand management firm Blue Star Alliance for $600 million in cash. They bought Dickies 8 years ago for $820 million. The company's CEO said that the sale will enable VF to bring the company's net debt level down.
Hey, I just want to chime in here, add a sort of honorable mention, a small cap stock moving in the after hours trade. Dave & Buster's ticker play down as much as 10%. They're reporting earnings, and it looks like a big miss here. Second quarter adjusted EPS coming in at 40 cents a share. The street was looking for 90 cents. So a big miss on that front. On the revenue side, a modest miss of about $557 million. Overall, though, comp sales down about 3%. And of course, a lot of people really trying to get a read here on what's going on in the economy, whether we're still spending, and more importantly, whether we are still spending on discretionary items. We'll keep an eye on that space and bring you any updates as soon as we get them. Just a quick check on yields, guys. We did see the Treasury curve shift lower here once again here on the day. A lot of folks, of course, really trying to reposition or simply position around the big Fed decision, which comes on Wednesday afternoon.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.